The Allman Brothers Band has a big history here in Macon, and many books have been written about the group. Jared Wright from the Big House Museum joins us this morning to tell us about a new book that shares the real story of this legendary band. Good morning, Jared.
Morning.
So let's just jump right in. Tell us about this new book, One Way Out.
It's written by Alan Paul. He's been following the band around and interviewing them for several decades, and it's an oral history of the band, so it sort of tells the history in their own words.
And Mr. Paul, Aaron Paul, he's going to be here in Macon, right?
He will. He will be at the Big House Museum from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Sunday. This is before the JMO's Jazz Band show downtown at Washington Park. And he'll be signing books, and JMO will also be there with him. JMO wrote the afterword for the book, so it's a big opportunity for fans.
And talk about a little bit what, the fans can expect to get out of this book.
Like I said, it tells the story in their own words. I think that's really good with the Allman Brothers Band because there's so much myth that surrounds the band, and it's good to hear their history, the way they tell it, and it sort of puts the myth out there, and sometimes it contradicts itself, and you can sort of read between the lines and get the story yourself.
And obviously, the Allman Brothers Band have a huge history here in Macon. Talk a little bit about that and maybe what we can expect to see in the book.
You can expect to see Macon and the Big House in the book. The band came here from Jacksonville, and after going through several places downtown, they settled into the Big House from 1970 to 1973, and that's really when they blew up and exploded in popularity. 73, Brothers and Sisters came out, which is the album that a lot of people came to know the band through Rambling Man and songs like that. So the Big House is definitely in the book.
And you mentioned the day and the time that Mr. Paul is going to be here signing his book. There's a fee involved?
There is. It's regular museum admission. Then the books are for sale in the gift shop. You can bring your own if you already have a copy. We do ask that only books be signed, so no random objects or body parts.
Understandable. I can imagine that would take up a lot of time if you had a bunch of people coming in with a bunch of different things that they wanted to sign. So talk about, again, remind us the date and the time of the signing.
May 11th, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock at the Big House.
And talk about just, the importance and the impact the Allman Brothers Band has had here in Macon and obviously at the Big House.
Well, they've been together for 45 years this year, and really almost still as big as ever. And people still in Macon still remember, everybody here has a story of when the Allman Brothers was here, and that's why it's so important that this book has come out. It tells some of those stories and it gives some of the people that voice.
So it's definitely going to be a read that a true Allman Brothers fan will definitely want to pick up, right?
Yes, there's definitely something new even for the biggest fans.
Well, thank you so much, Jared, for joining us this morning to talk about the book signing. And for more information, you can check out thebighousemuseum.com.